Hi class, hope everyone's doing well. So by now you should have a good idea of the two major concepts of object-oriented programming. That's inheritance and also polymorphism. Okay, so now we're moving into week 12. So only about 4 or 5 more weeks left in the class. Okay, so we are we're getting toward the end, about a month left. So again, if you have any questions up to this point, please do not hesitate to post your question on the discussion board. Reach out. A lot of these concepts are very important to understand, as you move forward in using and applying C++. Okay, so in this week you'll be going over stream input output. Okay, so you'll be going over the iStream, OStream, IOStream, and you've been using these when you use cout and cin, and you've overloaded the OStream operators, the iStream operators. You've overloaded them in the prior weeks when we talked about overloading operators. Okay, so you'll be going into this more detail, talking about unformatted versus formatted input and output. Okay, looking at the low level, the bytes of how information is represented in bytes. You'll be talking about the Unicode character set, etc., ASCII character set. So these are the different concepts that we'll be going over. This is an important idea. It's important to understand, how information is interpreted by the machine at a low level, okay, and how to actually manipulate input and output in C++. And you've been using some of this as well when you use set precision, set W, fixed, these different functions that you use within the cout stream. When you use the cout functionality, you actually use these ideas. Okay, so you'll be going over just different ways to manipulate a stream as well, and also look at how to check the state of an IO stream as well. Okay, so these are the different concepts that we'll be going over. There'll be an additional lab assigned. So the lab assignment will be more geared toward polymorphism, so what you went over prior in week 11. Okay, so you'll be extending the lab 6 to now incorporate polymorphism. Okay, and you'll also have another quiz 10, which will be on chapter 13. So this quiz will be on the stream input outputs. Okay, and here's some additional resources as well. There are no PowerPoint slides for this week. There are additional resources. There's additional practice. I recommend that you work through all of the self-review exercises in the back of chapter 13. Okay, this is very good practice, and this is how you get better. This is how you really get a true understanding and grasp the concepts well, is when you actually practice, when you actually get your hands dirty and start coding. Okay, so I recommend that you work through the examples in the book in chapter 13, as well as work through the different problems in the end of the chapter 13. And 2 of the solutions were given to you for chapter 13, exercises 15 and 16. Okay, so I recommend that you try to do them on your own, and then you have reference to the solution so you can see where you went wrong and what you could have done better. Okay, so let's quickly go over lab 7. Okay, so here's lab 7. Again, you'll be extending what you worked on for lab 6. Okay, you'll be using the package class, the whole inheritance hierarchy for the package class, and then its priority package and the next day package, which inherit from the package class. Okay, when you'll be creating this vector of package pointers to objects. Okay, so this is the key point. You want to make sure you utilize polymorphism. Okay, so you're going to be a vector of package pointers to objects. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to create a loop that continuously asks the user if they want to enter another package. If they do, right, while they want to continuously enter another package, they should be able to enter the address information, the weight of the package, and then select if they want to send out a priority package, next day package, or just a basic package. Okay, so then you should call the appropriate constructor depending on the package that they select, the type of package that they select. Okay, and then you should, when they're done entering the packages that they wish to ship, okay, the sender and recipient addresses and the weight and the type of package that they want to send, the shipping method that they want to send each package, then you can go in at the end, you want to loop through the vector to process the packages polymorphically. Okay, so that's the key concept here, is that you want to loop through the vectors to process the packages polymorphically. And when we say process, basically you want to invoke the print function for each of the packages. Okay, regardless of the type, you should invoke the print function. So this is where the polymorphism will come into play, right? It's going to determine which print function to call based on the package, the class that it's from which it's invoking. Okay, so but the key idea is that you're actually using pointers to the package objects. Okay, so this is the idea of polymorphism. You also want to call the compute cost member function as well, and print the result, right? The cost, shipping costs for each of the packages. Okay, and then at the end you want to make sure, so while you're looping through and computing the cost, shipping costs for each, you also want to make sure that you are keeping track of the total shipping costs, right? So you want to continuously sum the cost of each package and then display this total when the loop terminates. Okay, and then for extra credit, you can manipulate the output in any way you wish. Okay, so using the concepts you'll be learning in chapter 13, you can manipulate the output to the screen using things like set precision, the left and right justification, set W, etc. Okay, so this will give you 5 points of extra credit. Okay, so if you have any questions or anything, please reach out and I'll be happy to help. Thanks.